injured here. 3v3 Argent Shelf Redux blue team. It's Gote playing a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and destructive commander that fights melee, has a bunch of spells. Eerie alongside as a Commissar Lord, good offense and support, fights melee, starts off with an energy shield. Rounding out blue team, it's SWAT858 as a Warp Spider Exarch teleporting commander that fights range combat, good for capping and harassing early on with lots of control abilities later. And red team, it's Boris's half naked mech boy teleporting commander that fights range combat, does some nice damage, can also support, disrupt, build structures and repair, but is not very tough. Warp alongside is a plague champion that starts off range combat with this damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, good utility support and offense, can build turrets and repair. HansMoleman rather than red team as an Eldar Farseer support commander that fights melee, has a bunch of great buffs and some debuffs as well. Going triple Dire Avengers, Warp with double CSM. Mech boy is going to need to run away here, or teleport away, there we go. Sluggers moving in, that's an engagement they can't win and they are forced off. Some Nurgle worship. Here's the Plague Champion then. A lot of new players think or assume that the Plague Champion is overpowered because you see him quite often. He's certainly my favourite commander and he's so versatile, can do so many things. The reason he's not overpowered is, first, he's relatively slow, obviously. Decently durable though, with 680 hit points on a ranged commander. He also has to pay quite a lot for his versatility. For example, his tier 1 power melee weapon is 30 power, when the Commissar Lord and Force Commander, for instance, can get a power melee weapon for 20 power. Yes, it creates zombies, but that's not terribly useful in the grand scheme of things. Commissar Lord's going to go down here. No way is getting away from that. Another thing is, he generally can't do support and stuff as well as dedicated support commanders. And we can see an example here. The Farseer has Spirit Stones, which is an area of effect heal that costs 30 power, much like the Plague Champion's Mucus Discharge Breath of Nurgle heal, but the Spirit Stones heal is way superior, heals for more and has a larger area of effect, as it should, because the Farseer is a support commander. Well, enough about the Plague Champion. His Dire Avengers very strangely lined up in between these packs for SWAT. He has some Howling Banshees, triple Dire Avengers and double CSM. That's a lot of range damage early on. These Dire Avengers might eat a grenade. There it is. SWAT hasn't realised. He's going to lose that squad. Taken down by the Farseer in retreat. Ouch. She's almost level 2 already. Boris with double shooters and has a knob leader for both of them. Generally the upgrade you want if you don't specifically want to suppress something. Noise Marine's now on the field for Gote, and that's a nasty Doom Bolts, the starting ability for the Chaos Sorcerer. You can also consume an allied model to get his energy back. He's quite an energy intensive commander as well. Vestments of the Warp on the way allows the Chaos Sorcerer to teleport. He has double Heretics, both with grenade launchers. That's going to be some serious range damage, especially compared with the Noise Marines. Those double shooters are going to have it tough. Pain Boy on the way for Boris now. 492, 422. See some energy shields up by Dire Avengers already. Red team pushing power here. 1-to-1 cap. And Raptors for Warp. Jump troops that suppress when they land. Fight melee with bolt pistols and chainswords. Good counter for setup teams and range squads in general. And we have double shurikens for SWAT. Catagen Devils for Eerie, power melee squad that are very versatile, decent range damage as well, can disrupt from long range, can counter melee units with the shotgun blast, can put down improvised explosives, and they can support with a smoke grenade. Lots of micro for you to do. If you can pull it off, they can win engagements quite easily for you. What's going on here? Gote with Noise Marines is going to shut down his double shooters. Sluggers eat a grenade barrage pretty nastily. Mech Boy teleports in to tie things up with battery pack, but he's forced off. Slugger's taken too much damage, need to run away here. Pain Boy with his 40 DPS power melee with some damage over time. Sluggers go down, but the Noise Marine's whacked by the Pain Boy. Also lost a Shooter Boy squad thanks to the Chaos Sorcerer getting into melee. Wow, crazy engagement. Noise Marine's lost. I think that's a bigger loss than Sluggers, but he did lose. Shooter Boys with a knob leader, which is a pretty big blow for Boris. Can't believe he lost his Noise Marines like that. Didn't use cacophony or anything. Plague Champion still level 1. There's some Nurgle worship using his heretics to worship mostly. I usually use my heretics quite aggressively, which causes me to lose them often. 481, 400, 2-to-1 cap even. 2 Guardian Weapon teams still up with their default shuriken cannons suppressing infantry. Howling Banshees have their aspects. Health buff, also wash out fleet of foot. Allows them to leap over cover as well with aspects of fleetness. Chaos Sorcerer needs to run away here. HansMoleman has come to the west side to help out Boris, and the Chaos Sorcerer flees. He should get away just fine though. Farseer is almost leveled. That was the unreliable grenade launcher by Catachans, missing those double CSM, but here come Howling Banshees. Commissar Lord alongside, who can execute allied infantry squads to buff their damage. Banshees forced off. Here come Raptors suppressing the Catachan Devils. Catachan Devils have power melee though, but there's a special attack, and that's going to win the engagement for Raptors. Special attacks win engagements. Catachans are going to wipe here. I think he was trying to use a shotgun blast, but he wiped the squad. Wow. Big blow for Eerie. Still has this Sentinel. It's going to be forced off here, I think. Has heavy infantry armor, the Sentinel, so can't take too much small arms fire. Commissar Lord gets away, does he? Yes. No, he's going to go down. So Warp handling that retreat attack perfectly. The way you want to attack retreating units is shoot them until they're right next to you, then force melee, and then shoot them again. Switch back to range stance. Gives you the most DPS possible. 481380. Plague Champions level 2. Commissar down for the second time. Warps to Exarch. No war gear. Red team with tons and tons of pressure through the middle. But Gote is holding down the west side reasonably well. Boris replacing the sluggers and the shooters that he lost even. Has a knob leader up as well. Sluggers with no upgrades, no burners in tier 1. 481377, 2-to-1 cap for blue team. Gote getting some Plague Marines on the field. Boris will be the last to go tier 2, having to replace 2 squads and a squad leader, but does go tier 2 now. Exarch up for the Howling Banshees. See her there with those power melee weapons. Almost 54 DPS by herself. They are seriously scary against heavy infantry especially. Why? Because power melee weapons have a damage bonus versus heavy infantry. 30% more damage. 481358. Commissar Lord back to his feet. Immediately attacks a node for saying something bad about the Emperor. Now he retreats. Warp Spiders on the field for SWAT. Teleport infantry. That fight range combat do some decent DPS as well. Didn't see Warp Spiders around for quite a long time because of Dark Reapers, but now Warp Spiders coming back into the meta quite a big way in Elite mod. Doom Bolts going in. Such an awesome default ability by the Sorcerer, can wipe squads on there. You see him consuming a heretic to get his energy back. Has the Rod of Warpfire. Blue team are tripling mid, but they are not pushing with it. Quite pointless to triple mid if you're not going to make it count. And Boris can freely just cap the west side with no things against him. He is ready to support mid if needs be. 464 356. Mark of Khorne Chaos Space Marines. Wow. Don't often see Mark of Khorne in 3v3 games, especially Mark of Tzeentch. Usually preferred, but can be incredibly effective, of course, if you can pull it off. And he is in this isolated west lane where melee units will do slightly better, I think, without all of the myriad of ranged squads shooting at him. Plague Marines coming in. Good generalist unit. Decent damage to all targets with a snaring missile launcher, also very tough with 2000 hit points and some beastly health regeneration. Red team again on the offensive. Blue team hanging back and they're getting pushed against. There's a Manticore strike, and that was a fucking mental one. There it is, so close. Very short time for Hans to respond, and he lost something. What did he lose? I'm not sure. He has his triple Dire Avengers though. I think he had some fire dragons. I could be wrong, I don't know what he had. I'm not going to try and guess. Raptors with their aspiring champion gives that 40 DPS. Power melee lightning claw going after the Manticore here. Manticore with only 275 hit points, very vulnerable and slow, but you can see the damage you can do there. Got half a level from that one Storm Eagle volley. Gote retakes the west side. What was that? That was a... what the hell was that? Was that a Catachan improvised explosive? Couldn't be. He hasn't had Catachans for ages. I've no idea what that was. Oh, maybe that was unstable fuel injection from the Pain Boy. That was very, very nasty if it was. Automatically unlocks that ability in tier 2. And that was very painful there. Chaos Space Marines do get away and Sluggers survive. They have their burners up to almost 1300 hit points to level 1 with burners and Knob Leader. Pain Boy runs away. I'm pretty sure that was unstable fuel injection. I can't think of what else it could have been. And as you can see, pretty freaking dangerous. Sentinel with a missile launcher. There are the frag missiles, good for combating ranged infantry blobs. Also can get a crack missile for large targets. Unable to hit this power node for some reason. Warp Spider's teleporting in and a Falcon is on the field for SWAT. Blue team will be hoping this will allow them to push. Stormtroopers for Eerie with assault kit. Increases their range and reduces weaponry reload time, which obviously basically increases the DPS. Very, very nasty at long range. Huge retreat here from Gote. Not sure what happened. Just didn't like the engagement and decided to get out of there. Has double Plague Marines. 435-293, 1-to-1 cap. Blue team with a healthy VP lead have taken and held the west side a lot. There's a Manticore strike on the west side, but misses everything. Dire Avengers, look how far they fleeted away before it hit. 435-293, Webway Gate is up for SWAT. He does use Webway Gates a hell of a lot usually, so we'll see. We might see a lot of them, especially on this west side to support Gote. Chaos Space Marines with Mark of Khorne, speed buff, health buff, and his nasty power melee weapons, chain axes. The aspiring champion also gets a nifty melter pistol. There he is. The others getting plasma pistols. Seriously nice range squad, but up against Marco Zinch Chaos Space Marines, it's usually quite a hard sell to go for them. But look at this, Warp with double Mark of Khorne CSM. This is going to be awesome. There's a huge melee blob now with Raptors, double Mark of Khorne CSM, and a kitted out Plague Champion has the Plague Fist and Mucus Discharge. So be able to support his melee blob with this Breath of Noble heal. 435-272. Hans will also be able to support if he's close by with a Spirit Stone seal. Has the Doombringer also and Fortune. She has now Doom, Fortune, Spirit Stones, Guide and Fleet to use. She's very, very energy intensive. Plague Champion gets away, I think. Level 2. Commissar Lord has a Power Fist of his own. 85 DPS and the Flak Jacket. Inspire Terror is awesome. And Stubbornness as well. 435-253. Blue team withstanding another assault. Maybe red team should be supporting the west side a bit more rather than trying to push north, losing stuff and being forced off every time. Weird Boy on the field has the Warp Head, gives him Foot of Gork. That's going to be incredibly nasty if you can hit it on these unsuspecting heretics, but they are hanging back right now. Chaos Soldier's going to go down here surely. Yes, Pain Boy takes him down, but can the Pain Boy survive these Mark of Khorne CSM? He cannot, and that's a shame. I love me some Pain Boy. Plague Marines now tied up by these sluggers, but I don't think they really want to fight them because these Plague Marines are going to explode, knock back and damage these sluggers if they lose a model. There we go, and it's painful. If you can get touch of Nuggle on Plague Marines when they explode, you can do so much damage. I once wiped Floyd's Gene Stealers with that combo and he wasn't very happy. Gote revived, but the Warp Spider goes down heroically trying to revive him. He has the Power Blades because he has the melee heavy icon even though he's down. 435-212, 2-to-1 cap for blue team. Gote lost a full Plague Marine squad there, quite unnecessarily. Slugger's doing a very good job, and they lived. Didn't even level for that. Weird Boy's still around, almost level 2. Hans supporting with the webway gate here. Can't wait to see what Warp can do with Aspiring Champion Heretics, double Mark of Khorne CSM and Raptors. His Plague Champion is down though. Can Hans revive? He could use Spirit Stones to revive, but he wouldn't get the XP for it, and here we see the revive. A level 9 for Farseer already. Good grief. Plague Champion's a level 2 by comparison. That was a flare, not a manticore, but they retreated out of it. Not realising the cannon on the field for Hans already. This is Wraith Guard for SWAT, short range artillery. Huge damage to all targets. They also suppress infantry, and they have their Warlock leader giving them Wraith Sight, boosting their speed a little bit, but they will be stunned if that Warlock leader dies. 435181. Mech Boy is level 2, has the custom force field. 435181. Everyone tier 3 or going tier 3. Warp will be the last Plague Champion using the webway gates, getting back to the front lines. Lots of damage being put on him though by the Warp Spiders. He really needs an armor upgrade if he wants to hang it out in melee. I think just over 700 hit points, not really enough. Farseer with 1080 at level 9. Wraith Guard backing away from the Raptors, who should be jumping them. This is a very risky push from Warp. A lot of stuff here. Shuriken forced off. There's a Falcon. Mark of Khorne CSM coming in from the rear. Where the heck did they come from? Gonna lose them, I think. Nope, they should get away. 2 models remaining. Frag missiles going in. Didn't hit on a whole lot. Plague Champion tying up the Wraith Guard. And they're backing off now. Can reinforce off of the Falcon, of course. And there's a Fire Prism from Hans. Wraith Guard, in fact, getting inside the Falcon. Plague Champion runs away. He's getting the Armor of Pestilence. Is that the best choice on this very long map? Gonna take him an ace to get back mid. Boris taking west side with help from Hans. That was a really good push from Warp, considering he was on his own for the most part. The Fire Prison did help out at the end. Where's the D-Cannon now? It's capping. Rangers on the way for Hans. Very late Ranger purchase. Lehman Russ on the way for Eerie. Great unclean one for Gote. What is Boris going to do versus that thing? He has flash kits. Long range DPS for Orks. 45 DPS per model these guys do, which I think is the same as Terminators with their Stormbolters. Not nearly as tough as Terminators obviously, but they are going for blasters, which are an area of effect weapon. Very nasty short range artillery now. A bit like Wraith Guard with a bit more range. Wraith Guard are very tough though. 2450 hit points at level 1 for these guys. They are heavy infantry as well, and flash kits are regular infantry. There are the blasters up. Stick bombers also for Boris. He has quite a varied army now. Weird Boy for anti-blob and some support. Sluggers, which have done reasonably well. Unfortunately for them, they haven't leveled though. Here comes the Fire Prism. Looks like Hans is going to help push the west side. Stormtroopers persuaded to leave, shall we say, by the Fire Prism. Plague Marines trying to cap, but knocked back. Awesome special from the Farseer. She's level 9 still. Great unclean one on the field. Chaos Swords on only level 4 by comparison. Look at this, Tome of Subjugation is up. The most hated skill in the game perhaps. It's close with Phase Shift, I think. And here is the Great Unclean One, the super unit for Chaos. Passively damages nearby enemies, has some awesome abilities, and of course is seriously tough, over 6,000 hit points of super heavy infantry armor, and is a demon, so you can worship the big fella. Doom bolts going in. Big Fire Prism hit as well. Hands hitting some friendly fire there though. Triple Dire Avengers backing off, all with Exarchs. Well, here comes Seer Council from SWAT. This is elite mod, so all of the Eldar commanders can get Seer Council. The Farseer can get them from her global bar for cheaper though, but she must spend red. Chaos Terminators now for Warp. Twin Linked Bolters and Power Fists for those guys. Where the heck are they? Here they are. What is that? A Mega Rumbler it is. Goes down in retreat though. to the Great Unclean One, who thought about eating him afterwards but did not. Chaos Terminators now assaulted by the Seer Council, and these guys do not mess around. Lots of power melee attacks, but here comes Sluggers to help out. Terminators should turn around and help out with some Bolter fire. There we go. There's Swampum from the Sluggers, but they are now retreating, so it wears off. The Seer Council almost wiped them out. Seer Council are so awesome. They're now in retreat. They can level, of course, as well. 500 hit points per man of infantry armor. 389, 156. Very good disruption as well from these guys. That passively. Demon Russ. Manticore still around. 389, 150. 2-to-1 cap for blue. Red team have been put so much pressure on the north, but still this big VP disadvantage. Manticore strike hits the heretics, doesn't quite wipe them though. Mark of Khorne CSM in combat with this Guardian weapon team and wipes it out. Demon Russ parked in place, just getting shots off. Stormtroopers helping out, almost level 3 those guys. Sentinel still around for Eerie and gets a stomp on the Plague Champion level 3. Armor of Pestilence, Plague Fist and Mucus Discharge. 389, 130, he's almost level 4. Boris is mech level 3, Farseer now level 10, so far ahead of the other commanders. Can really level up fast if you concentrate on support. Warps Exarch goes down. Hollowfield infiltrating these Dire Avengers. There's a Manticore strike though, and at that range you get very little chance to react. Survived reasonably well. Farseer is here. Plague Champion was forced off, was a yes. That's a very long retreat and a very long way to waddle back. There's a rocks from Boris. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ground Clean One's alright, but everything else is getting thrown around and hammered. Gote almost lost his Chaos Terminators. They teleport away with a single model. Warp still has his and has an autocannon as well. Chaos Terminators, of course, now get a 20% health buff with their Lightning Claws, which is an awesome upgrade for them now, combined with Worship and their demoralizing debuff on kill. Getting chased down by a single Mark of Khorne CSM. He takes one down. Level 3, this guy's beastly, but he's going to go down to the shooters. Gote's not paying attention. 389, 84, 1-to-1 cap. Not giving up the chase for these Terminators. Well, here come Flash Gits with their blasters. And that's a lot of damage. Level 2 Sluggers now. Take down a Plague Marine, but they are knocked back and almost finished off by that Plague Marine explosion. The Plague Marines are wiped. Gote losing a lot here. You have Beamy Death Gun Looters. Pretty much all he has to keep Boris at bay is the Great Unclean One. And it is a huge thing to get past. Swatting aside an Ork there. 379, 84. What's going on top? An Avatar is on the field for HansMoleman. North is uncapped. Two Leman Russes, one of them with the Executioner, one of them with the Vanquisher. Executioner, this rapid firing plasma cannon. The Vanquisher is a longer range weapon, good versus large targets. Mark of Khorne CSM coming in. All of the Mark of Khorne CSM doing reasonably well. Warp has preserved both of his squads. 349, 84. Falcon still around for SWAT as well, has the energy field, makes it into a very tough vehicle indeed. Raptors still around with their Demon Maul. The Raptors can get melter guns in tier 3 and a melter bomb, which is a really good upgrade for them now. Forced off here though, with just one model remaining. Avatar wailing on a Leman Russ with his Wailing Doom sword. Chaos Space Marines level 4 with Mark of Khorne in retreat now. Here comes Seer Council from Hans. He might have got them from his global bar, not sure. Has an Autarch as well, which is good synergy. She provides a 15% damage resistance to all nearby allies, so you can run her around with a melee squad. She can really help out. Combined, of course, with the suppression immunity that the Avatar gives you. I think he also gives some damage resistance as well. I'm not sure though. Commissar Lord, level 4. Power Fist going in. 85 DPS heavy melee. Down goes the Leman Russ. Here we see some Eerie with some guardsmen. I thought there were Kasrkin down there. Plasma guns, level 3. Eerie losing a lot of stuff. Boris in the ascendancy on the west side, I think. Still has a great unclean one to deal with. Has stick bombers. Beamy looters getting shots, big shots on that great unclean one. Need to push up now. But the Terminators have been reinforced. But there's Call the Boys reinforcing the sluggers. The mech boy actually down, but you can still use Call the Boys as long as they're near your downed commander. Terminators forcing melee on retreat. Sluggers are not going to survive that autocannon, and he loses them. That's a shame. Vanquisher cannon Lehman Russ is still around, and his VP is still uncapped. 21384. Red team in the ascendancy. Good grief, how much stuff did HansMoleman lose? He has Seer Council and Dire Avengers now. He had a full army bar a few minutes ago. What the heck happened? Lost his avatar, lost his autark. He had some other stuff as well that I can't remember. D cannon 20284.
We have 200 points remaining.
SWAT Seer Council level 3. 3300 hit points. Wow. Hands are still level 1, but he has a level 10 Farseer to support them. 18684. Double cap for blue, for red even. Get it right. Blue team finally take their natural back. What are they going to do now? Havoc's on the way for Gote. Decent choice, I think. McBoy is down. He could teleport in and tie them up, of course, but they still have a great unclean one and Chaos Terminators to deal with. Blastmaster Noise Marines as well. 16584 is quite narrow on this west side, so you can take advantage of that with setup teams. 2-ton cap for red. Bloodletter's now on the way for warp. It'll take them a while to get up there. They are pink or purple as well. What was that? Was that Emperor's Wrath? It was Emperor's Wrath. Level 5 Commissar Lord. Where Gate goes up from hands. And now blue team are going to try and retake the west side and see this game out with one eye on their natural. Warp is going to assault their natural though with a lot of stuff. There is Toma Subjugation, and his Dire Avengers are wiped by Boris's stuff. He couldn't have stopped them shooting that fast, I don't think. Looters are still here. That was Foot of Gork. Great unclean one stood around. 14484. There's the big vomit from the Great Unclean one. Didn't seem to do a lot of damage though. Chaos Terminator is trying to cap. Whoa, wiped out by a looters there. And another model goes down. That beam of Defcon doing some serious damage to those Terminators. They are large targets, so anti-vehicle weapons can be very dangerous versus Terminator variants. But look at this. Assault by Warp on Blue's natural. Seer Council helping out from Hans. Hans doing very well, splitting his forces. The little forces that he has. Just dropped an autark and she's capping. Nurgle worship, just one aspiring champion worshipping. Doesn't seem to really be into it. Seer Council are leaping in amongst these guards on such awesome disruption there. 14473, 1-ton cap. Marco Korn CSM trying to chase down the Lehman Russ, but they're not going to do a huge deal of damage with their power weapons. And are forced off, and that's a huge retreat again for them. Chaos cannot get any support vehicles to assist their pushes, but we do have a Nurgle Shrine. Who needs a support vehicle when you have this? When you worship it, you can reinforce allies. Also gives this huge area of effect heal, and it will also suppress enemies that get close. West side, Weird Boy level 3 has been managed very well, is backing off. There's an Eldritch Storm though, for grief. On Boris's blob, loses something, did he? Yes, lost the Shooter Boy squad, but the Flash gets get away with 2 models as well. 10973. Double cap for red. Kasrkin's on the way for Eerie. All the way from Cadia. Blastmaster Noise Marines have set up artillery unit now. Very dangerous one as well. But look at this offensive by red team through the middle. 2 Lehman Russes again for Eerie. Kashyyykin are on the way. 450, 45 to get these guys on the field. 75, 73. There's the double cap for red. They've taken both the naturals. I think blue team going to take west side, but we can stay up here for now. Mark of Corn CSM in retreat. Level 4 for warp. He's got both of them to level 4. Play champion in amongst the Seer Council. Getting to level 7 without Icon of Nurgle. That is not easy on such a large map with a melee Plague champion. It's going to go down there though to the Seer Council. Nope, there's Aura of Decay. Can he use it to retreat? There's Breath of Nurgle as well. Really should have retreated. And there is Pestilent Strike. And he gets away. No, he doesn't. 27, 73. Imperial Abyss on the VP. That's from Warp. Trying to stop these Wraith Guard from capping. Autarch dropped in as well. 15, 73. Double cap. West side is uncapped. There's a Zinch Shrine. And there's the 1-to-1. Great and Clean One is still around for Gote. Has been a constant problem for red team on that side. And blue team will take their natural back for a 2-to-1 eventually, I think, yes. Another huge offensive by red. Rebuffed by blue team barely. They've put seriously no pressure on red's natural, but have this VP lead still. Can red team hold it though? Play champion down. Mech boy down. Farseer level 10. And now Gote is coming to put pressure on this VP. Gonna take down that fire prism as well. The auto cannon just needs to attack again. There we go. And now we can try and decap. Here come Raptors with that Demon Maul, 45 DPS, power melee damage. They get vomited on by the Great and Clean One, which is not very pleasant as you'd expect. Going after the flash kits now, takes down a mod. You get 20 red for taking down a flash kit. Chaos Terminator is down to a single mod. Is going to lose them and does lose them. They didn't finish the cap, but they do have a double here with blue team. They have West and their natural. And triple Shrines of Zinch up. So that's a 30% damage reduction if they stack, which I think they do. Also shooting out those Doom Bolts. You can only have 3 Shrines, so that's his maximum. 9, 17. What an awesome usage of Shrines at the end of the game. Might win them the game. Double cap. And Seer Council of SWAT level 4 forced off. HansMoleman with just Seer Council of his own in retreat. Warp. Lost a lot of stuff. And there is the game for blue team with a double at the end. Wow. Look at the state of the North VP. So much action up here. But they couldn't hold it for any length of time. And I don't think they supported the west side enough. Boris really struggled to deal with this Great and Clean One by himself. Did really well to recover from his early losses though. Had flash kits that did pretty well. Looters did awesome. Had a looted tank at the end. Farseer, I don't know how she got level 10 so quickly. Did very, very well. Kashyyykin's at the end. We're getting plasma guys. Didn't see a lot from them though. Thank you for watching guys. Hope you enjoyed it and I'll see you next time.